Welcome to the Learning Zone. Now, in launching this channel, the first question I got asked was, Steve, what's brain-friendly learning? So, brain-friendly learning is an approach, it's a philosophy, it's a movement, and it's all about being able to design and deliver training or learning and development interventions that work in harmony with how our brains want to operate. And by doing that, we're going to be creating enjoyable, stimulating and memorable learning for our learners, whilst ensuring that they can quickly, sustainably and, more importantly, measurably transfer that learning back into their working environment. You see, when I first joined the learning and development field, there were three main issues with the training that we were providing. Firstly, it was dull, overstuffed, soul-suckingly boring, self-indulgent training sessions with an expert at the front of the room pontificating and projecting lots and lots of information on people. By all of that one-way traffic, we've created a passive learning environment with very low engagement and very little learning potential, not much space for people to experiment with it and build up their skills and their confidence. And because of that, there was very little, if not zero, transfer into the business. Mix into the equation that the evaluations that we were doing were asking questions about things that were relatively irrelevant to the power and the impact of transferring learning into the business, and we have a perfect storm of ineffective training. So in 2003, I met a lady called Kimberly Hare who transformed everything for me, and brain-friendly learning is Kimberly's brainchild. Kimberly and the team at Kaizen Training introduced me to the 5 principles of brain-friendly learning, which were: keep it real. And that's all about creating training that is delivered or keeping it as close to the learner's reality as possible. We can create Disneyland in the training room, but if there's no connection between what we're using in the training room and where they're going to deploy the training, then it will have a disconnect. She talked about rich and multisensory, using all of our senses to create repetition and create an immersive experience where we can learn at different levels. We talked about honouring uniqueness in that no two learners are the same. So creating a one-size-fits-all training is never really going to be a successful formula. We talked about creation and not consumption. And this is about our brains are wired to solve problems. Our brains love being given an issue to try and work on, to try and work its way out of. So giving all of the answers is not it. This is about putting the ball in the learner's court and enabling them to make learning for themselves. And finally, she talked to me about the importance of state, that our learning is best replicated in the state that we got it. So if we're bored and listless when we learn something, the only way that we're going to access that learning is by being bored and listless again. By putting energy and creating experiences, we create better memories. Now, my own experience was taking those 5 principles and fundamentally transforming the business that I worked in. And we achieved some amazing results, in fact, a complete cultural change. And that led me to want to go and spread the word further. Now, since 2003, the world of neuroscience and all of the research that we're now enabled to have access to has given us even more insights into the workings of the brain and what makes effective and affective learning. So the opportunities for us to improve our craft are right in front of us. So I just think it's criminal for us not to use this science. But that's not about throwing everything out with the bathwater, but it is about changing our approach and adopting some new methodologies like the Aegis model that will enable us to create even better, even more effective and effective learning. It gives us an opportunity to create learning that makes a difference for the individuals and the teams that they work in and the businesses that they support. You see, I don't think that there's never been a better time to join learning and development. So if you're interested in getting more enjoyment out of your work, getting better results from the people that you're working with, and seeing that transfer in the business, then brain friendly is the thing for you. Now, if you're interested in getting more brain friendly, I'm going to provide a link at the end of this video so you can call me and we can talk about how I can help you get your teams up to date with brain friendly learning. But if that sounds like the cut of your jib and you're already on the path to being more mind aligned and more brain friendly, then hit subscribe, click like and share this with as many people as you want to join this community.